Hello, I'm John. This is my Terminator squad from the Leviathan box, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a quick look at my Terminator squad from the Leviathan box. I've painted them up in my own Space Marine chapter colours, the Void Crows, and I'm going to chat about the process I went through for painting them, and then give you a bit of time to have a look at some close-up shots of these Terminators. So apart from a few little details, these are just out of the box. I've added the odd thing here and there, so I've added a chain fist to one of the Terminators. So there we have the chain fist on the power fist. But other than that, apart from a few little things here and there, they're as stock. So we'll go through all of the Terminators so you'll have a little look at them. We'll start with the Assault Cannon Terminator. I'll just move these out the way. So here is my Assault Cannon Terminator. I haven't drilled any of the barrels for these models. It may be something I do down the line and then touch up the paintwork, but for now I'm just going to leave as is. So there are a few different techniques I've used on these. So I weathered the metal to look like it had been superheated, painted a few different kind of spot colours so the yellow really shines out on this. But the main colour of these is this kind of this drab light brown for the colour of the chapter. So two of the Stormbolter wielding Terminators here, practically identical except for the colour of the Stormbolters. I thought it was quite nice to have a slightly different colour on the odd weapon, so I went for a yellow weapon on that one. Other than that, all of the other Stormbolters are that grey colour. The Chain Fist Terminator is exactly the same as those Power Fist ones, except I added that little Chain Fist. The colours are all the same there. And then we've got the Sergeant with the Power Sword, which I painted with metallics and some washes just to get that kind of blue shimmering look of a power weapon. Now the process I went through to paint the main colour of these was quite a simple one. I'm not going to demonstrate it right now, but I will talk through it. If you'd like to see me actually painting the models, please drop a comment and I'll do a video on painting this armour and other armours. So to start with, I used the Rakarth Flesh as a base coat. So I primed them all white, then as a base coat I used the Rakarth Flesh. I then used, it's an older paint, but I used the Devlin Mud wash to go over that. Now, the equivalent of that nowadays is the Agrax Earthshade. That's the closest approximation to it. They are slightly different, and I do prefer the Devlin Mud. Once I'd painted the whole model with the wash, I then did a dry brush with the Rakarth Flesh again. So you could do this with pretty much any colour, and like I said, I'm happy to do a video on this, but starting with your base coat, use a darker version as a wash, whether it's an ink or whatever, and then dry brush again over the top with your base coat. It gives a really nice finish. Once that had dried, I picked out details with Nuln Oil, so any recessed areas and things like that I then painted and so on. I was really happy with the way that this squad turned out. I am going to be painting a whole Space Marine force in these colours, and I will document it on the channel. But for now I just wanted to show you these Terminators, just so you could take a look at what I'd done with them. At the end of the video I'll include a load of stills so you can watch through the stills and have a look at them in a little bit more detail. Like I said, if you want to see how I paint these, drop a comment and I'll do a video on how I paint the Space Marine armour. But for now, my name's John and you've been watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies.